Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. Let's get into it. Welcome to my Asshole Podcast. A beautiful Thursday episode for you guys, and god damn, it's been hot out there, man. Golly, it's been hot out there today. Goodness gracious, man. Your boy's been melting and dying, but hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day and beating the heat and all that good stuff. You know, you're inside your car or you're inside your house or, you know, in some AC or something like that, listening to the podcast. We have, obviously a good thread. We're going to be continuing our, we're going to be continuing our lost train of thought. We're going to be continuing our book. We have chapters 26 and 27 for today. All right. Super excited about that. But first off, you know what we do? We have our thread. Thread for today is, what's the dumbest thing you ever did to impress a guy, ladies? Oh, baby. So let's see what crazy thing y'all have done to impress a guy. All right. Went mountain biking with him. Never have done so before on a difficult, narrow cliffside trail. The other guy who was with us broke his hand and in a fall. I walked my bike half the way. It was quite something. It worked though. Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, I think it's one of those things where it's like you didn't really have to do all that to get him. You know what I mean? Like you probably didn't have to do all that to get him, if I'm being real with you. But yeah, you did it. You did it. All right. Ladies, what is the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy? There's a famous song in my country that featured a female lead walking into the rain, all pretty and aesthetic, and the guy is mesmerized by her. My dumb ass wanted to recreate it, so I walked out into the rain, slipped and fell on my face. Oh, poor thing. You tried, though. All right, you tried. That's all that matters. See, look. If I was the guy you were trying to impress, I would laugh. But I would be like, you know what? You tried, baby girl. You know, you tried. I'm happy for you. That's funny. Oh, my God. All right, ladies, what is the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy? Went through a lot of hassle to change my schedule 2 times to get a single class with him. One day, gathered the courage to ask him and found out he was gay.
Bruh.
Oh, damn. Damn, there weren't signs. You know what I mean? There weren't like telltales, you know, you didn't have like a conversation with this dude. You didn't think to yourself like, maybe, you know, he wears, I don't know, his pants too tight or something, or, you know, he's very worried about, I don't know. Like, I don't really talk to people that much, but it's one of those things where it's just like, there weren't really telltale signs. Like every time I've talked to a girl and they're like into a guy and, you know, they get to a point where they're just like, you know what? Like, yeah, I think this dude is gay. And I'm like, what? How? And they're like, oh, there's telltale signs. And you just didn't pick up on that? You know what I mean? He didn't take longer to get ready than you did or something. I don't know. That does suck, though. That does absolutely suck. All right, ladies, what is the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy? Pretended to like his favorite band and ended up memorizing 3 albums just to keep the lie alive. Oh, girl, what are we doing? I mean, I hope you at least enjoyed the music to some degree, because I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't care how beautiful or amazing the girl is. If she likes country music, I can't do it. Yeah, I mean, I just can't. I'm gonna just be like, I embrace our differences, but baby girl, I'm never going to like listen to the same music as you. I just can't do it. And I wouldn't want to, I wouldn't expect her to, be all into the screamy music, either or whatever. But still, it's one of those things where it's just like, when it comes to music, bro, nah, because music is my zen, you know what I mean? Music is my zenning out time. Like, I can't be sitting there downloading all this music that I don't like, listening to music I don't like over and over again, bro. That's kind of how I feel about girls who like rap music. Girls who like rap music, I can't get into it. I don't mind listening to it, whatever. I'll be like, yeah, the pimps in the cribs, ma, yeah, all right, whatever, But at the same time, it's not gonna be a go-to for me. She's gonna be like, oh my god, do you really like this song? No. Yeah, like I'm not gonna sit there and even fucking pretend for you. Like she can sit there and be like, yeah, this song's amazing, cool, bro. It ain't for me though. You know what I mean? Like, bro. And I would want her to say the same thing about, my music choice as well. Yeah, I don't think this is a one-sided thing or nothing, but I'm just saying. All right, ladies, what is the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy? Tried to learn how to play Magic the Gathering, spent like $100 on cards, and still got absolutely destroyed every time we played. I think he enjoyed watching me lose more than actually playing with me. Aww. Oh, that's fucked up, man. That's not cool. Like, bro, at least let her win a couple times. At least, you know what I mean? Or like share the wealth, give her a couple good cards, you know what I mean? Here you go, babe. Like, I got you, let me hook you up. Let me help you out. Like, that's crazy. But the dedication, though. Oh my God. If a girl told me that she spent $100 to get into something that I liked, oh, I am absolutely marrying that girl. There's no fucking way. I've never, and I mean ever had a girl spend that kind of money just to get into something that I was into. That's crazy. Nor would I expect a girl to do that. I'm just saying, if a girl just naturally did that over time on her own, was like, I want to spend this money because I want to get it, into whatever he's into or whatever, bruh, yeah. Oh, I'd be like, man, that's my boo thing right there. Like, bruh. Oh man, $100. That $100 ain't just nothing. You know what I mean? All right. What is the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy, ladies? Practiced every video game that he played so I could play with him. Picked up all of his hobbies so to impress him, only for him to come over and play, and he threw away the controller, saying he was bored and it's a stupid game anyway after I beat him at it. I guess at least I continued doing all those things, and now with a guy who cheers for me when I win. Yeah, that's crazy. Why are you going to be a sore loser? I mean, yeah, I would kind of just be like, how'd you get so good at this game? Who you been talking to? You been cheating on me? I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. I would be thinking she was cheating on me. I'd be like, who the fuck taught you to be good at this game? Because I didn't. Who the fuck taught you? And if she's like, oh no, I bought the games and I've been playing it, I'd be like, all right, Dad. I would still be skeptical until I saw the consoles and stuff at her house, but I'm just saying, I'd be like, who the fuck taught you how to be so good at Call of Duty? Over here 360 no-scope headshotting me and shit. Learning all the spawns. Fuck we talking about here? The fact that you know about the entire perk system, attachment system, and what guns are meta, and all, and the fact that you know what the word meta means. Girl, what you doing? You know what I mean? I would be appalled, but I'd be happy all at the same time. And again, I look at it like, I think you always should let your girl win. I do. I think it's the chivalrous thing to do, even if she is like really good. Like now if she's talking shit, okay, if she's talking shit, that's when you whoop out the skills and you start whooping ass. Yeah, you be like, yeah, you was talking shit, huh? Yeah, that's right. But if it's just casual and she's like, oh no, I got lucky, you be like, yeah, of course, yeah, you got lucky, babe. Yeah. But nah, if she's talking shit, she's like, damn, you suck. Damn, you're really bad at this game. Be like, oh, okay. All right, then. And then you spawn trap her bitch ass. Oh, my God. All right. All right. Oh my God. Okay, let's get to the next one. All right, ladies, what is the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy? I drank 2 4-packs of Monsters, staying up for 48 hours to binge watch a TV show he really liked that I immediately, for some fucking reason, lied about and said I loved too. Found a reason to exit the conversation when he started asking me about it, copped the energy drinks on the way home and did literally nothing but watch it with a few breaks to eat cup noodles and fruit and a couple of tragic bathroom breaks. Seeing him again another day later, having slept for a day and washed myself, and was able to act nonchalant about my newfound knowledge. We are in a long-term committed relationship, and I've never told him. Wow, that's crazy. The dedication, bro. Look, the craziest thing about it is that she could have gone on YouTube and she could have watched like a synopsis video or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I remember one time there was this girl that was really, really, really into a show called The Wire. I had never watched that show a day in my life. I was like, The Wire? What the fuck is that? I have no idea what it is. And she was like, I love this show. And I was just like, yeah, I'll look into it. And she's like, oh, it's got like 4 seasons or whatever. And then I flipped through that bitch and I'm like, yeah, nah, I don't think I'm going to do that. But I went on YouTube and I watched all the synopsis videos of everything that happened and the deep dive and the meanings of the endings and all that shit. Came back to her and I was just like, oh yeah, I watched The Wire. It's fantastic. So and this and that and da-da-da-da. And, the little things I didn't know here and there, she'd fill in the gaps or whatever. And I was just like, but the fact that, like, she binged watched all night and stayed up for a whole show, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. The dedication, bro. You got to tell him that. You got to tell him that because that's only going to make him love you more, if I'm being honest with you. I know it would for me. I'd be like, seriously? You watch that whole show in a day for me? Like, what? Like, girls don't understand that when you do something for a guy, that means the absolute world. Like, yeah, you can do something, and then there's doing something for me. And when you do something for me, it's only gonna make it better. It's only like 20,000 times better at that point. I'm like, oh my God, yes, that's my shit. I'm just saying. Like, ladies, you got to realize that, man. You know what I mean? Even if dude is just like, oh, I like that shirt on you, or I like that bow in your hair or whatever. You know what I mean? And you're just like, oh, look, I wore it and I wore it for you. Homie's just going to be like, yeah? For me? Oh, baby. Can we get married right now? Let's go pick out our wedding cake. All right, ladies, what is the dumbest thing you've done to impress a guy? Woke up before sunrise at deep winter to cook a very nice pot of hot dish and bring it to outdoor camping with him and all his friends. We went skiing. That I hate any outdoor activities while negative 25. He had no clue I had a crush and never came. He didn't want to freeze his ass off. Aww. Bruh, imagine going on a trip that you're gonna hate going on, but you go on it because you heard that your crush is gonna go, and then you make this warm pot thing. You wake up butt fuck a dawn to make this hot meal because you're just like, ooh, me and him are gonna have a hot little meal. You know what I mean? And I'm not gonna share it with nobody because it's just gonna be us, and it's gonna be cute as fuck. And I'm gonna pretend that I'm super cold, so then that way, he wants to cuddle and shit. It's gonna be fantastic. And you go, and he's not there, and you're like, oh, why didn't Daniel go? And they're like, oh, well, he didn't want to freeze, his ass off, so he said he didn't want to go. And you're just sitting there like, bruh, I did all this for nothing. She ate that cold meal, or she ate that hot meal all by herself, bruh. That's gotta suck, dude. That's gotta suck. I guarantee you she got home and was just like, what the fuck, dude? You didn't go? I made a meal for you and everything. Dang, that's gotta suck. All right, on to our next one. Ladies, what's the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy? I was maybe 13 or 14 when we were at the pool. This really popular and cute guy was surrounded by a group of kids wanting to be friends with him, or girls wanting his attention. I was mostly observing from afar, and I heard them challenging each other to try the highest diving board. Okay. Nobody wanted to try it, so I thought I'd get attention by doing it. I don't actually remember the height, but in my memories, it was pretty high. Maybe my perception at the time. Yeah, I've noticed, like, when you're a kid, you know, I guess since you're shorter, you just kind of see things a lot bigger than they actually are. And then you're an adult and you're just like, it wasn't that bad. Like, what the fuck was I complaining about? You know, that does happen. Anyway, I jumped but failed and landed flat on the water. When I got out, I was bright red from the impact. I made a whole scene and everybody came to see if I was all right. I pretended like it was nothing and immediately ran to find a hiding spot to cry from the pain. Oh no. Oh, that's gotta suck. She was like, I'll do it. Goes up there and she jumps and just right in the water, and you're just like, oh. And I know the supposed cute boy was just like, damn, sucks to be her, dude. You know what I mean? Because as a kid, you're not thinking about like, oh my god, let me go see if she's okay. Nah, you're like, damn, sucks, dude. Sucks for her. All right. You know, Stacy and Chelsea and all the other girls. He went right back to all the other girls, and he was just like, damn, she tried, man. She tried. All right. Ladies, what is the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy? My high school crush's dad, let's call the crush Gary, was a military man and ensured that Gary did everything himself. Okay. Oh, okay. So I think the crush's name's Gary, because I'm like, did you have a crush on his dad? But no, okay. Was a military man and ensured that Gary did everything himself, from washing his own clothes to packing his lunch. I was thoroughly impressed by the skills required for self-sustenance this guy had developed at that age, and how disciplined he was. But instead of complimenting him for it or telling him how much I respected he did everything for himself, I told him that cried thinking of him at night. Okay, I think she meant I told him that I cried thinking of him at night as he had to do everything himself. He was just confused. To him, this level of independency was normal. I'm just embarrassed now. He thinks about me if he thinks about me at all now, he would still think of me as a dramatic person. All right. Yeah, I mean, at the same time, it's like you couldn't expect him to, like, kind of, I guess, put himself in your shoes at that point. You know what I mean? Like, you got to understand, a lot of times people who are so routined, they don't really understand why people feel bad for them in their routine. Like, I'm a very routine person, you know, and I don't really go off or veer off of that routine, even when I'm on vacation or even when I'm not doing anything, whatever the case may be. Like, I just stick to that routine because it's just easy, and people look at it like, oh man, that must suck for you. Like, you don't get to have freedom, or you don't get to, and I'm like, it doesn't really suck for me because I actually enjoy and prefer, you know what I mean, just sticking to my routine versus like being knocked off of my routine just because I'm on vacation, or being knocked off of my routine just because I'm, not, you know, doing anything. Man, so I can get it from like his perspective, but like, I guess the fact that you were just extremely dramatic about it, it's like, oh, come on, girl. But at the same time, it's like, you also got to know, especially in middle school and high school, girls are at their like peak dramatics. You know what I mean? Like, they will cry because their stuffed animal fell on the floor, you know? So it's like, you kind of got to be understanding of that part too. You know what I mean? All right. We're going to do two more on the thread. Okay, ladies, what's the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy? I had a crush on a biology teacher at 14, so studied like a lunatic to come top in the country in the national exams in the subject. What a waste of time, girl. What are you doing? what are you doing? You're 14. It can't happen. I mean, if he waits 4 years, he pre-orders you a little bit. He puts $5 down, he pre-orders you, and waits his 4 years to get his game. But like, oh my God, I kind of never understood the whole teacher crush thing. Because don't get me wrong. There were teachers. There's a female teacher, and I've said it multiple times on the show. She was my English teacher, and I had a crush on her or whatever, but I never expected anything to happen. I never did anything extra. I was like, oh yeah, I never was like, oh my God, I'm going to do extra good in my English class so that way she'll notice me. Nah, man, I was more of just like, God damn, if I get the opportunity, then it's like, yeah, but I'm not going to get that opportunity. Like, I'm a fucking kid. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I guess for a girl, maybe it's different. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe they kind of look at it like just the small little praises and stuff like that is good. They're like, oh my God, you did great. Oh, you're such a good student. And they're just like, oh my God, called me good. Oh, All right, this will be our last one for today's thread. Ladies, what is the dumbest thing that you have done to impress a guy? The first time my wife slept over after a date, I removed her bra to find another bra. She thought I'd think she had big boobs. I still bring it up a decade later. Oh, that's crazy. She was like, stuffing? Nah. If I just double up on it, the girls are going to look perfect. They're going to look perky and exciting. Oh, I don't think she thought that through. I know I would kind of be taken aback. You get that first, you wouldn't even think it's a first bra, but you get that bra done and you're just like, what? What's going on here? How many bras you wearing, girl? I would have loved to know the reason. Oh, I guess she said to make her boobs look bigger. Okay, all right, I guess. Yeah. Because I'm like, what is the thought process in that? You know what I mean? Like, why? Okay, he might have said, like, he's a boob guy. That might have been what was going down. He might have just been like, oh, yeah, she probably heard from one of his friends, like, oh, are you a butt guy? Are you a boob guy? And he's like, oh, I'm a boob guy all the way, man. Boobs all day. When boobs are just a pale imitation of the butt. You know what I mean? Come on now. It's all about the booty. All right, that's going to be today's thread. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that thread. Ladies, let me know down in the comments what you have done that, what embarrassing, crazy thing you've done to impress a guy. Let me know down in the comments. Guys, I'll extend it to you too. What's the craziest thing that you've done to impress a girl? You know what I mean? Let's get everybody involved in it. All right, let's hop through announcements and get right on into our book. So, patreon.com/My The Asshole Podcast. Get an exclusive episode every single Friday, as well as being able to send in your scenario to be featured on the Tuesday and Sunday show. Again, I am also, very, very close to setting up the YouTube membership, so that will be coming pretty soon. Excited for that. Stay tuned. And audio listeners, thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys have been showing immaculate, and I mean immaculate support, and I appreciate that so very much. If you want to help out more, go ahead and keep downloading the episodes. Rate us 5 stars on your preferred platform. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok, as well as subscribing on YouTube. All of that is free, and it helps out tremendously. Love you guys so much, and I thank you for all the support. But without further ado, let's get into chapters 26 and 27 of Beautiful Venom. Oh, baby. This is probably the part where I would say, find some headphones. All right? Because you never know with this book. I ain't going to lie to you. With this book, man, this book a little crazy. So, here we go.
26. Dahlia. Warmth blooms across my face, both because of the blood rushing to my head and the embarrassment of being carried out of the club like a sack of potatoes. People watch us, their whispers penetrating my ears and drowning out the music, but they part for Kane without being prompted. No one dares to get in his way as he strides with determined ease. My stomach is draped over his broad, taut shoulder, and his big arm is wrapped tightly around my ass, restricting my movements. "Let me go!" I scream over the loud music. Either he doesn't hear me or he doesn't care. I wiggle and lift my head, but it's no use. I think I see Preston dragging a laughing Marcus into the shadows while still having him in a chokehold, but the scene disappears as Kane walks out of the club. Icy air envelops me and goosebumps erupt on my skin, mingling with the bubbling anger coursing through me. I ball my hands into fists and bang on his muscled back, his waist, anywhere I can reach. Put me down! My words end in a gasp when he smacks my ass. Hard, so hard my pussy throbs. So hard I'm scared that if I brush against him one more time, I might embarrass myself. Apparently, my body didn't catch the memo that we're closed for business. I punch his back again, needing to escape this humiliation. I said, put me down! Smack. I jolt against his shoulder, and my nipples harden against his back, due to something entirely different from the cold.
Run your mouth again and I'll fuck you here now, Dahlia.
Let me go, you fucking asshole! My world tilts off its axis as he maneuvers and slams me against the hood of a car. His car.
If you wanted to be fucked, all you had to do was beg for it.
My back is glued to the cool metal, my hands pressed at my sides, and I'm spread-eagled, my dress riding up to expose the lace thong Megan said I needed with this type of dress. The parking lot's lights flicker, forming shadows on Kane's stoic face. His chest, that's usually so calm and controlled, is now rising and falling in an unprecedented rhythm. The more his darkened gaze sweeps over me, the harder it is to breathe. He leans down, blocking the horizon, and thrusts his knee between my parted legs. A tremor ripples through me as his hand skims over my skin before he grabs the dress's fallen strap and twists it between his lean fingers.
You had the fucking audacity to come to my territory, wearing the dress I fucking bought you, while wrapped all over another man.
There's a deceptive calm to his words, but his voice is rough, unrefined, edged with a barely contained fury. He's also cursing, so he's not as much in control as he pretends to be. I support myself on my elbows and lift my chin, acting like his presence is meaningless and not, in fact, messing with my head. Why would you care? We're done, aren't we? I'm nothing, aren't I?
You are nothing. You're so below nothing you don't even exist on the map.
Rage ignites deep in my belly, but I force a smile. And yet, here you are, acting unlike yourself for a nothing. His shoulders bunch tightly, coiled with tension, and his authoritative tone wraps around every word.
I'm only warning you that while you're working for the team, you can't flaunt yourself around with our rival.
What I do on my own time is none of your business. Whether I flaunt myself with your rival or let him fuck me or ride his cock all night isn't something you should worry about. I push at his chest. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a date to finish with Marcus. 1 minute, I'm sitting. The next, Kane's hand wraps around my throat and he shoves me back against the car. His grip not choking, but it's tight enough to render me motionless. A breeze sweeps through his hair as he hovers over me like a monster, and his words come out clipped.
You seem to have been deluded into thinking you can allow another cock to claim you, Dahlia. The thing is, you don't have that liberty. You can't belong to anyone else when you're fucking mine.
He lowers his head, his lips hovering over my mouth, so close I can taste the violent passion. So close his hot breaths mingle with mine, and for a moment, I want to give in. To let him consume me again, own me, show me that what we share is only ours. I don't know what fabric people are made of, but his and mine are identical. We revel in the hate and violence, and I'd be lying if I said I didn't miss his touch, or the liberty that comes with relinquishing my control to him. But I didn't go through all of this shit just to get him back. Things have to happen on my terms. At the last second, I turn my face, looking at the silver car parked next to his. Kane pauses, his grip loosening a little from around my throat as if he's been caught off guard. I look at him again, and sure enough, a puzzled look takes refuge in his icy eyes and his brows dip. He can't imagine me refusing a kiss, especially since I was always the one who initiated them, craved them, demanded them. Not now, though. My fingers wrap around his hand that's on my throat. Tell me you care about me first.
What?
You heard me.
I know I did, but I'm not sure whether or not you're joking.
I'm not. I want to hear you say you care, and that from now on, you'll allow me to get close. I want a true relationship, not a sex buddy situation. You'll take me on dates and tell me about yourself. You'll watch movies with me and let me just chill at your place, even if there's no sex involved. He pauses. I pause too. That's not what I had planned. I only wished for him to stop pushing me away, but maybe, deep down, that's exactly what I've wanted this whole time. I really hate it when he emotionally abandons me as soon as the sex is over. It didn't bother me in the beginning, but then it started to make me feel anxious.
You're out of your mind,
He says in a bewildered tone. But he still has his hand on my throat. He still hasn't left, his fingers burning metaphorical holes in my skin. For wanting normal?
We're not fucking normal, Dahlia.
I know. But sex isn't all we have either, no matter how much you try to convince yourself that's the case. His fingers tighten around my neck. I can see the conflict in his eyes. That part of him that fits perfectly with mine, wavering, flickering. But there's also his annoying control freak part, the one that always drags him back behind his defenses. The part I've never managed to win against.
The answer is no.
He releases my neck with a shove. My heart falls, and a piercing pain rips through my rib cage.
I can fuck you if you need that, but there will be no relationship.
I press my trembling lips together. A relationship, or no fucking. He shrugs. Fine. I plaster a smile. Step aside. I have a date to go back to. A muscle jumps in his cheek.
Don't make me go back in there and choke him to death.
Be my guest. I'll find others.
I'll slice each and every one of their throats. Go ahead, fucking test me.
You won't possibly know them all.
Try me.
It'll be a hassle to clean up.
I have enough money to take care of the problem.
He squeezes my chin with his fingers.
You let another man put his hands on you, and it'll be the last time they touch anything.
You'd rather go through all that damn trouble than be in a relationship with me? I shout, shoving at his chest. What the hell is wrong with you?
You!
He shouts back, the veins in his neck nearly popping.
You're everything that's fucking wrong with me. You're ruining my goddamn life.
You're destroying mine.
Then walk the fuck away, Dahlia.
Let me go then.
I already did.
No, you didn't. It's not considered letting go if you threaten to kill my possible prospects, Kane.
You have no other prospects but me.
He yanks my dress to my waist, exposing my panties. A shiver rushes through me. I've been soaking wet since he carried me out, but it became worse with his touch and the back and forth. I'm burning for him in ways I've never felt toward anyone else, in ways I can't truly control. It will feel good when he touches me. I know it will. But I simply can't tolerate what happens afterward anymore. I slap his hand away. Don't touch me unless you're ready to fully commit. And this is not a don't touch me, that means you can use me. This is a red, Kane. He freezes, his index finger twitching. Then he steps back and runs his hand through his hair.
Fuck!
I've never used the safe word. Not even when I thought it could get to be a bit too much. I loved it when it hurt. When he fucked me so hard I couldn't walk for a while. But I'm using it now. This is the red line I didn't know I had. I refuse to have his body without his heart and soul if need be. I refuse to be another stop on his journey, and even if I end up being that, I want to be the unforgettable stop he can't purge out of his mind. The one episode in his past that he can't stop thinking about.
Fuck!
He roars louder, but this time he clutches my jaw again.
You don't know what the fuck you're asking for, Dahlia.
I don't care.
You'll regret this.
I won't.
If this happens, you can never back off.
That's okay. I stroke his face, mirroring his ruthlessness with my gentle touch. Kiss me. The last word isn't even out of my mouth before he slams his lips to mine, kissing me with so much fervor my head spins. Maybe it's because I haven't touched him for a long time, but everything is electrifying. The brush of his lips against mine, the pads of his fingers tilting my jaw back so he can deepen the kiss. His hand fisting in my hair, his jeans brushing against my thighs. Everything. This kiss is claiming, but also surrendering. He wants me, so much so he can't hold back. I'd like to think he needs me enough that he doesn't want to let go. And I need him, too. He's the only man I've ever craved with every fiber of my being. My hand slides over his lean waist, his back, touching, stroking. I've been so deprived of him, I've experienced withdrawal symptoms. This kiss is my long-awaited hit. Still kissing me, he releases my jaw and I pause, thinking he'll push my hands away as usual. But he reaches between us, and the sound of a buckle echoes in the air. Kane, I whisper, half excited, half horrified. We're in a public place.
You should have thought about that before you provoked me. All bets are off, Wildflower.
I moan as he rubs his hard cock against my panties, over my clit. Pleasure pools at the base of my belly as he repeats the motion agonizingly slowly.
You're so fucking wet.
He slides the flimsy fabric aside and glides the length of his cock against my slit.
You've been dying for my cock, huh?
Oh, God. I wrap my arms around his neck.
Or is this because you plan to fuck Osborne?
He aligns the crown with my opening. I clench, so ready to suck him inside me, but he only thrusts the tip in slow, shallow movements. Kane. I groan in frustration.
Tell me, Dahlia, did you doll up and turn into a fucking goddess for Osborne tonight?
It was for you, asshole. I wiggle against the car.
For me, huh?
Yeah. I pant as if I've just finished a marathon. I knew you'd be jealous.
So it was to make me jealous.
He thrusts his entire massive cock in one go. Jesus, this man is a beast. It's been some time, so it hurts, but it's a good pain, the pain I've been missing. Kane doesn't move for a few seconds, his cock throbbing inside me as I get accustomed to the size. Both his arms slam on either side of my face as his molten gaze sinks into mine, a dark glint growing in his light eyes.
What else did you want to accomplish tonight, Dahlia?
Prove you can't let me go? I scratch at his neck and grin. I was right. He retreats and then thrusts back in. I scream, my back arching against the metal. Oh, fuck. I almost forgot how brutal he can get, and how much I love it. A grin paints my lips. You're crazy.
Because of you.
He drives into me again, his rhythm picking up. I'm crazy too, you know. I bite the lobe of his ear and whisper, if I see another woman's claws on you again, I'll invite you to watch my next orgy. He grabs my hair and shoves me back so that he's staring down at me.
You need to stop bringing up other men when you're being railed by my cock.
Does that mean I can bring them up at another time? I moan when he thrusts against that pleasure spot, my lips forming in an O.
What was that?
His mouth pulls in an evil grin. Why is this man so damn hot? I said I can bring them. Oh, fuck! He rams into me in quick succession. So I have no choice but to cling to him, my words turning into intelligible moans. He fucks me deep and hard, just the way I like it. He fucks me like he hates me, but he doesn't, not in the least. He lets me hold on to him and hugs my back.
You need to shut that fucking mouth, Dahlia. This cunt is mine. You are fucking mine.
He slaps my ass cheek.
Do you understand?
Tears gush from my eyes, but they're pleasure tears, the tears only this man can provoke. My nails dig into his neck, and I bite on the lobe of his ear, then moan. I'm not sure I do.
Watch it.
He sinks his teeth into my bottom lip and pulls.
You're provoking me.
Is it working? I moan as he hits that spot again.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He pushes me into the car and lifts my legs up so that they're resting on his shoulders. The new angle gives him deeper access, and Kane uses it to his advantage. He thrusts into me harder, faster, the car rocking beneath our weight.
Want me to ruin you, Dahlia? Want me to fucking claim you so if anyone comes out and sees us, they know who the fuck you belong to?
My ears ring, and I'm barely listening as the wave grows near.
That's it.
He circles my clit.
Come for me.
I do. Deeply, fiercely, uncontrollably. Kane claims my bruised lips, eating up my scream. I roll my hips, riding the wave, kissing him back, getting so lost I forget where we are. As his movements turn more frantic, more urgent, I grab his face with both hands and pull away. A trail of saliva connects us as I whisper, "Come with me, please."
Mine.
He growls, his mouth devouring mine, and then I feel it. The warmth, the deep warmth that fills my insides. He comes for a long time, his cum filling me up and gushing out on the car, the dress, everywhere.
Such a fucking mess.
He grunts against my lips. Your mess. I kiss the tip of his nose, feeling so damn light and happy. I thought happiness was snuggling up with Vi at the end of a long day and watching a true crime documentary or trash TV while eating popcorn. Happiness used to be having a roof over our heads and sorting out the month's bills. Happiness was a scholarship, a small door of opportunity, or a stranger handing us their used clothes. But right now, as Kane mutters a curse and carries me in his arms, I realize there's a different type. Happiness I didn't know I needed. Happiness that scares the living hell out of me. But I still want it anyway.
27. Kane. I made a miscalculation. To be blunt, I fucked up. Big time. I sit on the edge of the bed where Dahlia sleeps soundly, her face relaxed and peaceful, except for the mascara smears around her eyes. Soft mumbles leave her parted mouth, and I can't resist stroking her lips, her jaw, and her cheek. No matter how much I touch her, it barely scratches the surface of my deviant fixation. I could swallow her the fuck up, and it'd still be a far cry from enough. Dahlia leans into my touch, stroking her cheek against my palm. As a moan leaves her lips and lodges itself deep in my chest. Something is wrong with the fucker. My chest. Because it's moving. I probably need to consult with my doctor and have him check what the fuck is wrong with my head while he's at it. Because I truly and undeniably fucked the hell up. It's been a couple of hours since I drove her back to my place. She fell asleep in the car and didn't stir when I carried her in my arms and tucked her in bed. Usually Dahlia sleeps in a fetal position, making herself as small as possible. But right now, her arms are thrown out on either side of her, taking up most of the bed, almost like a child who's exhausted after a busy day out. Is it because she feels safe? Because she's tired? Whatever the reason, I appreciate the view, and I like her here, in my bed, my space, my life, even. I like it more than I believed would be possible, which is also part of the reason why I fucked up. Last week, I thought I could cut things off without looking back. I thought if I chopped off the branches, it'd all be over. But I failed to realize that she left her roots somewhere I didn't know existed. I thought I could threaten my teammates to stay the fuck away from her while ignoring her. They all know not to touch, flirt, or even talk to her outside of work-related issues. Just because I let her go didn't mean she was a free pass for them. However, Dahlia had other plans and forced my hand. She knew the one spot to hit with all her might, my illogical possessiveness toward her. And she didn't pick just any guy to flaunt in my face. No, she went straight for the jugular and brought the one guy I already knew she dated. The one guy I saw her flirting with at my fucking game. And she did that while looking mouth-watering in a dress I bought her, intending to rip it off her body. When Osborne tilted her head back, his lips hovering an inch away from hers, I forgot about all the reasons why I should stay away from her. I forgot that my father would kill her just to teach me a lesson. I forgot all the mantras I kept repeating to myself about a greater purpose and higher fucking goals. At that moment, all I wanted was to claim her and kill Osborne, which I would have done if Preston hadn't interfered. I couldn't even wait to get her somewhere out of view. I had to own her then and there. Make her mine again. Only mine. But now that the possessive edge has lessened, reality hits me and I can't ignore it anymore. Dahlia Thorne has become a weakness, one my father can use to dismantle me, one that's able to destroy all my plans. But letting her go and allowing other fucks to touch her is out of the question, so I need to devise a plan to protect her. I stand up and fetch my phone. After closing the bedroom door as softly as possible, I head to the living room and dial a number I thought I wouldn't need this soon. The town's bright light fills the distance as I stop by the floor-to-ceiling window, listening to it ringing. He finally picks up, a sound of shuffles echoing on his end as he lets out a groan and speaks in a husky tone. "Ever heard of a thing called sleeping time?" "Nice to hear from you too, Uncle. I'm glad you missed me." "I'd miss you more during reasonable hours." He lets out a sigh. "What do you want?" "Your help." The sound of steps padding across the floor stops, and a long silence stretches between us. "Since when do you ask for help?" he asks slowly, all sleep gone from his voice. "Since I made a miscalculation." "Explain." I tell him about the Dahlia thing, and how the very fucking fact of her existence is ruining all the strategies I devised to bring Grant down. So, now that I've decided to keep her, I'm unsure whether or not I can proceed with my agenda. Uncle Caden knows I've already won over half of the board members, and that I'm working on the other half. It was supposed to be a matter of months before I snatched the reins of power and brought back Uncle Caden and all the other family members, mostly women, that my father kicked out. Once I graduate and become a founder member, I'd turn the tables on Grant, facilitate his being voted out by his own people, and then take over. Little by little, I plan to undo all his decisions and rebuild the Davenport name the way I see fit. Truly, it's Grant's fault for having me be so involved in the company. He wanted to train me properly, but I've been using that chance to corner him. My uncle listens without interrupting. While Caden is Grant's younger brother, they couldn't be any more different. They also never really liked each other. Since Uncle Caden caused quite a stir last year and got banished from the organization and the state, he's lucky to be alive. But then again, his much younger menace of a boyfriend, Gareth, wouldn't allow it and provided him the protection of the Russian mafia. Also, even though Caden got banished from Vencor, he still owns half of the Davenport empire. He has considerable influence over directors and would take my side when it's time to bring Grant down. You know the precise solution to this clusterfuck, he says after I finish talking. I'm not letting her go. I was going to suggest neutralizing her. My fingers tighten around the phone, wishing I could reach the other end and punch him. That won't be happening. She's a weakness that will cause your downfall. Just like Gareth was. That's different. Gareth is self-sufficient and comes from a strong family that would start a war to protect him. She's a nobody. Grant knows that and will eliminate or use her to cage you further under his thumb. You're underestimating her. Dahlia might not have Russian mafia ties and come from an empire like Gareth Carson, but she's the strongest person I know. She's been through so much shit, but she always, without fail, bounced back up ready for another fight. You're overestimating her. Caden's deep voice carries in the silence like a knife. You're also presenting your weakness to Grant on a silver platter. Take my advice and eliminate her before it backfires. If you can't kill her, send her to a different coast, or better yet, country. If you care about her, surely you know she won't survive in that world. Do you wish to create another version of your mother? An aimless ghost who survives on pills and talks to fish? She's not Helena. Right now, she's not. Do you think Helena was always like that? She used to be cheerful and antidepressant-free. She used to have a soul, but it was crushed into the dust of time, just like everyone else's. That won't happen to Dahlia, I insist in a clear voice, even though his words stab me in the chest. If you're done being a pessimist, I have a plan I need your help with. Which is, I'm going to throw Grant a bone, give up some influence in the upcoming business deal I've been planning in secret in exchange for him staying away from Dahlia. I want you to approve it. Fucking fool. His voice vibrates with disapproval. If Grant knows you have a card up your sleeve and you're willingly giving it up for her, you'll prove that she's not only a weakness, but also someone he can use to manipulate you. By that time, I'll be out of his control. Highly improbable. If anything, once you reveal a card, he'll be extremely wary of you. Doesn't matter. I know how to deal with him. Just tell me, will you help? Suit yourself. There's movement on the other end. A low male voice carries from my uncle's side, and I assume it's Gareth. Who are you talking to this early? Nephew, Kitten says in a softer voice, and I can almost see his smile. My uncle doesn't smile, not much anyway, but he seems to be always in a good mood if Gareth is around. Go back to sleep, baby, he says in a low, gentle tone. Not alone. Garrett's husky, sleepy voice sounds closer. Hey, Kane, how are you? Still kicking ass in hockey? Yeah, as usual, Gaz, I say with a smile. I like him, mostly because he makes my uncle happy, despite all the shit they went through. His name is Gareth, Uncle grumbles in my ear. I had a bit of a whiplash when I met them for dinner the other time. My uncle, who people compared to a stoic, emotionless robot, nearly chased me away because his man was talking to me longer than he liked, which was 5 minutes, tops. I hear a rustle from his side and a small hum before he says, We'll talk again at a reasonable hour. In the meantime, think carefully about the clusterfuck you're getting yourself into because of a girl you've only just met. Is she worth it? After my uncle hangs up, I stare at the town for what seems like hours, contemplating his last question. Logically, Dahlia is not worth it. She's a hassle and brings nothing to the table. She's not even part of Greystone's elite, like Isabella or any of the other girls vying for my attention, who I could use in my power play. But fuck, if I can use logic when it comes to her. I tried that before and it only backfired. My phone lights up with notifications from the group chat. Jude. Press, what did you do to Osborne? Jude. At Kane Davenport. Why the fuck did you leave him to his own devices? I'm absent for 2 fucking hours and all hell breaks loose. Why did I leave him again? Right, I lost access to my logic and forgot the simple fact that Preston has been volatile as fuck lately, specifically since the forest hunt. Preston, reporting live from the latest crime scene, bitches. Jude, JFC, what the fuck did you do now? Preston, I only do genius things. Jude, Prez, don't make me come there and strangle you. Preston, chill, it's nothing serious. Unfortunately. Jude, you didn't do something stupid to Osborne? Preston, stupid is your middle name, not mine. Jude, I swear to fuck, I'm going to beat you to a pulp. Preston, scared to my non-existent core. BRB, calling my mommy as we speak. Wait, I don't have one. Jude, be serious for 3 fucking seconds. You know we're not allowed to hurt Osborne. At least not yet. Preston, yikes, must have missed the memo. Jude, don't tell me you killed him. Preston, he's still polluting the earth with his existence. For now. More importantly, you have a hunt coming up, big man. I could use a purge. Jude, at King Davenport? Preston, probably too lost in pussy to see straight. Me, not yet. Save that energy for the next game. Preston, boo! Everyone join me in calling Kay a fucking killjoy. Me, thumbs up emoji. They're both typing when slender arms wrap around my waist, and the scent of jasmine fills my nostrils. Dahlia's breasts press against my back as she rests her cheek against my shoulder. I let the phone hang in my hand as her presence invades my senses, until she's the only thing in my surroundings. Her soft breaths, her warmth, and her gentle curves mold to me so naturally as if she always belonged here, with me.
Couldn't sleep.
She asks in her groggy voice. I'll be fine. Go back to bed. As I face her, she stumbles, her movements sluggish, and I grab her by the waist. She wraps her arms around my neck, and then this fucking woman who could barely stand jumps and encircles my waist with her legs, and I have to support her back so she doesn't fall off. Dahlia smiles, looking like a fucking goddess, even with the messed up mascara and ruined makeup.
Come to bed with me.
I raise a brow. Is that an invitation?
We can have sex later. Now, I just want to hug you.
Fucking hell. What can I even say to shit like that? Instead of speaking, I walk her to the bedroom and start to lower her to the bed, but she doesn't let me go. So I lie down on my side, and Dahlia buries her face in my neck. You're awfully clingy today, I say against her hair.
Nope. This is the right amount in a relationship.
Her lips brush against my throat with each word.
I think.
So you're not sure?
I'm a beginner, but I think so are you.
Yeah, I don't do relationships.
Awesome. That way you'll consider this the standard. Just so you know, I'm going to annoy the hell out of you.
More than what you're already doing. She lifts her head and studies my face with wide eyes, the green killing all other colors. What's wrong?
Nothing. It's just too rare to see you laugh genuinely.
She grins.
It makes me happy.
My laugh makes you happy.
Because I'm the reason.
She strokes the back of my head.
I'm glad you didn't let me go.
You forced my hand into a relationship. Is that really what you want?
It is.
A delicate frown creases her forehead.
If you discard me again, I'm walking away. For good. If another woman touches you, I'm also out.
You're the one who had your fucking armor on Osborne, Dahlia.
And Isabella had her claws all over you.
She narrows her eyes.
Did you fuck her?
You think there's another woman who can handle me? A smug look covers her features.
Well, you better remember that.
I fist her hair and jerk her back. And you better remember you're fucking mine.
Okay, caveman.
And if this is an attempt to weasel your way into Vincor again, that's out of the question. Her throat works up and down and I release her hair.
I understand.
Silence beats like a presence as she shifts.
Kane?
Hmm?
Why don't you ask me about my real reason for wanting to get in? You must have figured out it's not for some vain purpose like status or power.
If I ask, will you tell me?
Maybe one day.
I nod. She doesn't need to tell me. Not really. Because it doesn't matter. Now that she's mine, nothing and no one will change it.
I just want you to know I didn't mean to use you.
She swallows.
Maybe that was true initially, but I just want to make this thing between us work right now.
Me too, Dahlia. I stroke her back. Me too. She smiles, her eyes so bright. I want to fucking engrave them in me.
Tell me something I don't know about you.
What's with this all of a sudden?
I want to get to know you better. I'll go first. When I was younger, I wanted to be a rich lawyer who used my money to do as many pro bono cases as possible. I wanted to focus on those who were failed by the system.
But you chose medicine. Why?
Because Violet has always had poor health. I wanted to take care of her.
A sheen of sadness flickers in her eyes, turning them a turbulent yellow.
Not that it matters much right now.
How did you come to care about a non-blood related person this much?
Vi is my world. You don't need blood to care. If anything, some blood relations are like a curse.
Touché.
I didn't mean to.
It's fine. You wanted to know something about me. My father considers me a machine instead of a son. The words carry in the silence loud and heavy. I'm not allowed to lose, mess up, or humiliate the Davenport name. If I do, he'll make sure I remember it, preferably with a physical or psychological scar. Dahlia shifts until her face is close to mine.
Can't you cut off your relationship with him?
No.
Why? Are power and money more important than your well-being?
It's not about power and money. What I have in mind is more valuable. She palms my cheek.
There's nothing more valuable than yourself, Kane. Why can't you see that?
I take her hand and slowly lower it, partly because I'm not entirely used to her touch, and it's burning my skin. I have it under control. She makes a face.
I hate that word. I also hate that you're so closed off sometimes.
You hate so many things about me, and yet you still want a relationship with me.
I know, right? I'm thinking about changing my mind.
Too late. You're not going anywhere. I lift her chin and kiss her, slowly. I take my time, not feeling the imminent urge to fuck her just because I'm touching her. I'm only staking a claim, proving that this girl is mine. To answer Uncle's question, she's, without any shadow of a doubt, worth it, even if it destroys me.
All right. Well, that has been today's episode. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, all that good stuff. Love you guys all. I will see you on Sunday, Friday if you're on Patreon. I'll see you on Sunday if you're not on Patreon. Hope you guys have a great rest of the week, and I will see you guys later. Peace.